dirty this is?
Yeah.
Dirty.
You might play it.
I'm gonna clean it up though.
Oh, clean all that white. That's too dirty.
No, it's not. I clean it up. Once I clean it up. Well, as promised, I think I said 2 weeks later, but it's about a little over 2 weeks. But she's home. Got her in the garage. Man, there's a lot left to be done. I'm not even gonna lie. But basically, all I paid the shop to do was put everything in. I bought the motor, transmission, all the accessories, wire harness. The only thing they had to do was measure for the new drive shaft, and I think that's it. But all the parts, I supplied all the parts. Had everything shipped to the shop while I was working out of state. So I basically just paid for their labor, with the exception of, like I said, the drive shaft. So I've got to get another battery. I bought this Optima battery a couple years ago, but while I was there, I mean, you know, it was parked, so somebody forgot to disconnect the battery, so it's dead. But it'll start, get a jump on it. So I'm gonna purchase a battery. But yeah, man, she's I mean, for what I paid for, you know what I'm saying, it is what it is. Dual setup, dual fan setup. Got the transmission cooling lines. Now I do still have to do the power steering. I had at first I was gonna let them do it, but I figured that'd make for good content, and I'm gonna do AN fittings on that anyway. So I don't know if y'all can see. You can see the Jeep shaft right there. So I took off that old rag joint, put in I think this came off a Jeep Cherokee. It's supposed to give you a better feel, steering wheel. So, but I'll go ahead and do the brake line. I mean the power steering lines. And I've got a bracket. I've actually got the Holly bracket. I'm buying it from a buddy of mine at work. He had an extra one laying around from one of his LSSWAPs. So I got the AC bracket. And then, of course, I got to get a compressor, all the lines. Now, I do have I bought a condenser, a cutlass condenser, and it's supposed to have the fittings that come out on this side. Cause see, on this one, my fittings are right here. On the cutlass, the connections are over here. I'm gonna roll with that setup. That way, I can run shorter lines. So I'll basically just get the cutlass lines, you know. So compressor goes here, condenser is gonna be here, the lines will be short. Whereas with this Monte Carlo, the lines ran all the way around, across the fan shroud, and the condenser was right there. That was stupid. I don't know who designed that. So I guess when they made the cutlass, they figure we'll put it on the opposite side. All right, one thing I did notice on my radiator, I bought this, I believe this is a Griffin. It looks a little tall. As you can see, it comes up over the core support. And I had bought the top mount, radiator mount from GBODYparts.com, and it's not wide enough to clear this right here. I can modify it, but this is supposed to be a direct drop in. I mean, for the BG body from Griffin, you know, designed to work with the LS, because it's got the steam ports over here. I guess it's just stainless, so I'll probably leave it stainless. I don't know if I'm gonna paint it black or not, but first I gotta modify it, because I think it has like an inner piece And the outer piece actually will cover this, but it has an inner piece that's kind of triangular, that's about this wide, so it won't let the bracket actually go all the way over. So if I take that inner piece out, it should slide right over there. But I'll look into that later. But it's just zip tied in right now. Like I said, I'm not driving the car, it's just sitting in the garage. I also have got to get, let's see, what else is missing? That right there. My mass airflow sensor, I don't know where that's at. I'm gonna have to contact my boy at the shop, because I didn't see that in my parts box with all the spare parts. So mass airflow sensor, and then I'll fab up a air intake, because how I want my intake, I want a 90 coming from here. So a 90, I could put the sensor right here, and then I'll get a straight pipe, and then I'll probably get maybe a 45 or so and have it angled down. Or if I could, yeah, maybe a 45 angle. All this stuff right here, I don't need none of this. All that's coming out, and I can have room right here to have my filter. So 90 degrees to a straight pipe to a 45, and put a cone filter over there. And I got to get a sensor that has, what is that, 5 pins? So that's a little different than the stock Camaro. I think the Camaro one had 3. So, but he had got me one, so I need to get it, because it's probably such a shot. The interior, I'm not even gonna worry about it, because I'm going black. So my goal is the seats right here, they'll be leather. See, like, you know, stock, it had this vinyl on the side with this little cloth, but I'm gonna go all leather, black. I'm not gonna do the piping. Nope, no piping. I'm going with French seam, red with red stitching on that. Black carpet, black dash. I'm debating on whether I want to keep the steering wheel, or if I'm gonna go get because it's I think that's like a 15-inch steering wheel. It's kind of big. I think I was looking at the Billet Specialty ones. They're about 13 inches. I mean, I know that's only 2 inches, but it looks good too though. Gauges, Dakota Digital, of course. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take all these plastic pieces. All this is coming out. I'm gonna clean and dye all that black. So what I want to do with the interior, everything black. I said black leather on the seats, didn't I? I meant red. My bad. I said black leather with red stitching. I'm going red seats, black everything else. The only other red is gonna be this piece right here. So everything black, red leather seats. I don't know yet what I want to do with this piece. I mean, it's gonna be black, obviously, but do I want to go cloth, like a suede or Alcantara, or do that leather? My uncle was telling me, I mean, it's actually not that bad as far as condition wise. We can dye that too and just leave it like that, but I don't know. We'll see what the budget looks like. So yeah, I'm going Dakota Digital on the gauges. Y'all can't see that, but I'm sitting in the damn garage with no, there we go. Dakota Digital, swapping those out. Trying to decide on the steering wheel. Now, I know I want to put a console, not a console, but see that gap right there between the bottom of where the radio go and that little coin tray or whatever the hell that is right there. I can put I've seen guys get like the consoles made where they put in like an iPad or a double din stereo. So I'm trying to debate if I want that or not. I don't need no damn cup holders. I see everybody putting cup holders. Fuck, I need cup holders for in this car. So yeah, so I'll mock something up, because I probably end up putting an iPad in there, like iPad mini. Now the dash, man, I had already had a dash. I ended up having to sell it. You know what I'm saying? Ran to a little bind, had to sell it, but it's all good. And since then, I ran across a lick on the dash. GBODY parts.com and OPGI both have dashes for this now. Before I couldn't find a dash without it just being like a dash cover or a pad. Now when I bought this car, I mean, it had a bunch of parts in the trunk. These 3 big boxes, those are mine. I bought those. I think those are brakes. But look, brand new weather stripping for the door. That was in there when I bought it. There's a bunch of other stuff too, but so I still got to go through all this, figure out what's what. I don't know, that Dynamat on there, I don't know, I might, man, that's a lot though. Look at that. If I should leave it, I guess I'll leave it. Ain't no point in taking it off. I might take it off on the top, but leave the bottom. But yeah, man, so the car is finally home. It's been a long journey, well worth the wait. But once I start getting into it, so I got some parts I gotta order to get it running and driving. So the first thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna order the 17-inch wheels and the rear disc brake conversion. So that way I can go ahead and put the front brakes on. I think the rear disc brake conversion, the one that I'm gonna get, it'll run 15-inch, but I have the C5 set up for the front. I need at least a 17-inch, so I'm gonna go ahead and order the wheels and the rear disc conversion. That way I can do all that at once. Also, what I'm gonna probably end up doing when I do the rear disc conversion, I'm gonna go ahead and order the suspension set up too. That way, so we gotta pull the axles. So while I'm back there, go ahead and put the rear disc conversion on, as well as the upper lower control arms, new springs, I guess shocks. The guy said the Bilsteins that are on here, he said they were recently purchased, so I don't know. Like, so I haven't even driven the car. I've only driven it once. My uncle had it for like 5 months while I was out of town. Now I'm gonna upgrade the headlights. I've seen a bunch of different sites that, you know, that has LED conversion. Not steel beam, but LED, where you put, I think it's H4 bulbs. I've seen them on the websites. I've seen them at car shows. I've seen them on YouTube videos, all these Monte Carlos. I'm gonna be real, man. I like the original style headlights. I know these are steel beam. I see guys out there with these multicolors and all this. I mean, they look okay. They try to match it to the car color. I'm gonna go original, but I found a set. The lens itself, the actual glass, it's original. Like, it's got the same design with the lines like that and everything, but they're able to take a replacement bulb, so you can put an H4 bulb in there. So I can go H4 halogen or H4 LED, but I'll have the original looking lens. It comes with all 4 lights, both high beam, both low beam, and it comes with like a pigtail, I guess, to update the wiring for the extra voltage. Y'all hear that? This one of my neighbors has got this motorcycle. Listen. He brings that sucker out every Sunday and scares the shit out of everybody in the neighborhood, because it's about the same time every Sunday, right around dinner time. But anyway, so yeah, so that's my deal. I'm gonna get the headlights. I think it was $189.99 for the set. All four lenses, comes with the bulbs, the wiring harness, and everything. That should be an easy install. We're almost there. The only bad part about today is I gotta go back to work after I drop this car off. Otherwise, I'd be at home playing with my toy. Woo-hoo!